Good morning from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. It is the Lunar New Year long weekend and everybody is traveling out of KL. I am one of those folks traveling out of KL as well. Today I'm taking a flight that I always wanted to take. I'm going to be flying on the world's longest flight from Singapore's Changi Airport to New York JFK Airport on Singapore Airlines Airbus A350-900ULR. But first I need to get to Singapore, so let's get checked in. Singapore Airlines flights depart from the main terminal at KLIA, so it's a short walk to your gate once you finish immigration and customs. My flight to Singapore today will be operated by a Boeing 737 MAX 8, which has just arrived at the gate. I'm in seat 63K today, which is a starboard side window seat right at the back of the aircraft. Singapore Airlines serves only hot or cold beverages on this 45-minute flight from Kuala Lumpur, and I asked for some apple juice along with a glass of water. The seat pitch on Singapore Airlines 737 MAX aircraft is pretty decent and should be sufficient for short regional flights. Each seat is also equipped with a touchscreen based in-flight entertainment system. The flying time from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore is roughly 45 minutes, and we have around half an hour to go till our arrival. Singapore is one of the busiest ports in the world, and you can see a massive queue of ships waiting to enter the port while approaching Changi Airport. My flight to New York JFK departs from gate B7, which is located at Terminal 3. I need to take a quick 5-minute ride on the SkyTrain from Terminal 2 to Terminal 3. Alright, I am at Changi's Terminal 3 now, making my way to gate B7 from where my flight SQ24 to JFK departs. It's a bit of a walk, about 5 to 7 minutes from where I am, but hopefully I should make it well in time. I'm now at gate B7 where my flight to JFK will depart in the next 30 minutes, and we already have our aircraft at the gate, a beautiful Airbus A350-900ULR 9V STG. As you can see, the aircraft is being fueled for its ultra long haul flight of about 17.5 hours to New York JFK. I'm sure this refueling process is going to take a while. Boarding's finally been announced, and now I'm making my way to the aircraft. Really excited to be on the Airbus A350-900ULR for the first time. The Singapore Airlines A350-900ULRs are specially configured for ultra long-haul non-stop flights to the US and are equipped with only business class and premium economy class seats. My seat today on this 17-hour flight to JFK is 37K, a starboard side window seat, and here is the view out of my window. Alright, let's do a quick seat tour before we take off. The seat pitch in premium economy class is 38 inches, which is more or less standard for premium economy. There is a footrest below the seat that folds out and provides decent support for your feet on this ultra long haul flight. Each seat comes with a 13.3-inch high-definition touchscreen with the fabulous CrisWorld IFE system. There is a USB Type-A charging port on one side of the screen and a coat hanger on the other side. Below the screen is a sturdy seat pocket that holds all the literature and can easily fit an iPad or a thin laptop. There is space for individual bottles of water, which is quite helpful. The IFE remote is placed in the left armrest, and there is another USB charging port and headphone sockets next to the backrest. The seat controls, which had a broken cover for my seat, are located below the right armrest. There is also a universal power socket for each seat next to the very useful calf rest. The selection of movies on CrisWorld looked quite interesting, and I couldn't wait to check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain of flight deck. Just some updates for you. We have just been informed by the cabin crew that there's some technical issue with a galley at the back of the aircraft. We are trying to resolve it at the moment, and once we get it all sorted out, we should be good to go. I appreciate your patience in this, and this will take approximately about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
The issue was resolved within 10 minutes as promised, and we commenced our pushback. Let's explore the IFE system on this aircraft, starting with the remote. It is a wired unit with easy to use buttons for controlling the screen and has a QWERTY keypad on the back. The 13-inch IFE screen is high definition, quite sharp and easy to read. As you can see, we have just under 17 hours to go on this flight, so I'll be watching a lot of content on this screen. Let's take a look at the flight info channel first. This aircraft has the Panasonic Voyager 3D system that displays the flight path and other information such as altitude, flight time, outside temperature, and local times at the departure and arrival airports. There's also this simulated route map for our flight. This map shows the original route of this flight, which takes you over China, Russia, and then over the North Pole down to Greenland, Canada, and then to New York. Due to the unavailability of Russian airspace, however, we'll be taking a different route today, as you will see later. So we've taken off from Singapore on SQ24 to JFK. This is the world's longest flight at about 17 hours and 15 minutes. We have about 16 hours and 45 minutes still to go. This is going to be one long flight, but I'm really looking forward to it. The crew begin the first drink service around half an hour after departure, and I kick off the proceedings with Singapore's trademark Tiger beer. Singapore Airlines also serves champagne in premium economy class, and I asked for a glass of champagne to go along with my Tiger beer. I was pleasantly surprised by the quality of the headphones provided. These are active noise cancellation headphones and have a secure and comfortable fit around your ear. The sound quality was quite good as well. Singapore Airlines Chris World is one of the best in-flight entertainment systems out there and has a rich collection of movies from across the world, along with TV shows, documentaries, and music. The content on offer is more than sufficient, even on ultra long-haul flights such as this. The first meal service on this flight was lunch. Singapore Airlines offers its famous Book the Cook option in premium economy as well, that allows you to pre-select the meal of your choice before you fly. I chose the herb-crusted fish fillet with sorted veggies and mashed potatoes. As it was the Lunar New Year holiday, a traditional Chinese-style salad called yisang was also served. This I felt was a nice touch and added a character to the meal. Along with this, a bread roll was also served, accompanied by cheese and crackers. The fish fillet was fresh and juicy, and the overall meal was quite tasty and satisfying. Alright, time for a movie as I enjoy my lunch. I decided to watch Thor: Love and Thunder as I had not had the opportunity to watch it earlier. Dessert was this nice little tub of Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream ice cream. I took a short nap after lunch, and when I woke up, the sun had already started to set. We were flying somewhere close to the Japanese islands of Okinawa. It's been about 4.5 hours since our departure from Singapore, and I have just woken up after a short nap. It's now time for the customary loo review. The restrooms on this aircraft are pretty standard, although they have a nice wood panel design. I found the width of the restroom a bit cramped though. The restrooms were stocked with basic toiletries and amenities and were kept quite clean. This aircraft is equipped with in-flight Wi-Fi that can be accessed using your mobile devices. Instructions on using this service can be found in the IFE system. You need to connect to the ChrisWorld Wi-Fi network, and once connected, it takes you to the ChrisWorld website that shows the various data plans available for purchase. There's also a complimentary Wi-Fi access available, which I was unable to connect to for some reason. Singapore Airlines does not hand out amenity kits in premium economy class even on this ultra long haul flight. You can of course request for a kit and the crew will bring it to your seat. I found this pretty strange since there are other carriers such as Turkish that hand out amenity kits even in economy class. The IFE system also has 4 live TV channels in case you feel disconnected from the world. Sometimes this is a good break from the usual movies and TV shows one watches on the IFE. We are now flying along the Japanese coast just east of Tokyo. It's been 5.5 hours since our departure from Singapore, and we have another 11.5 hours to go before our arrival into New York. It's been a comfortable flight so far, but it's time for another movie. I decided to watch Avengers Endgame next. So it's about 7 hours since we left Singapore. I'm just hanging out at the back alley, and the crew has set up some snacks in case you feel hungry. I picked up a cup of coffee along with some chips and snacks from the galley, as it's been a few hours since the last meal. The cabin lights were slowly turned on a couple of hours later as the crew began preparing for the next meal service. We were now flying over the northern Pacific Ocean close to the Aleutian Islands. We now have just over 8 hours to go before our arrival into New York. Right, here's the second meal service of the flight, dinner. I had again opted for book the cook option and had chosen the beef ragu, which was served with some veggies and mashed potatoes. It was accompanied by a mung bean and cottage cheese salad, along with a bread roll, cheese and crackers, and a pandan and coconut based dessert. Yet again, the meal was quite delicious. We were flying over Alaska a couple of hours later, and I got a good view of the city of Anchorage passing below us. The next meal served was this ciabatta sandwich, which was cold and a bit dry to my liking. I got a couple of hours of sleep, and when I woke up it was bright outside. We were now flying over Canada and had just over 2 hours to go for our arrival. The final meal on this flight was served an hour before arrival and consisted of a cheese and veggie wrap. It was served warm and tasted quite good. So we have just about 45 minutes to go till our arrival into New York, and the crew has just finished serving the last snack service of this flight. This has been one long flight, but I managed to get some sleep, so it was not too bad. The sun had already set by the time we began our approach into New York JFK Airport. It was surreal to see two sunsets on the same flight. I had been on this aircraft for 17 hours, but I did not feel too tired thanks to the relatively comfortable seat and regular flow of food and drinks from the crew. Full marks to Singapore Airlines for making this ultra long-haul flight seem much shorter than it was. I don't think I can do this flight in an economy class seat though. Alright, here we are at New York JFK Airport after a 17-hour non-stop flight from Singapore. Hope you enjoyed this review of the world's longest flight from Singapore to New York on Singapore Airlines. See you again on my next flight.